So I was originally going to speak about something else, and a few days ago, well, actually, it's been kind of coming to me, and it's like, no, you're supposed to speak about this. You're supposed to speak, and I was like, no. It's too risque. I don't know if I'm ready to speak about that. But then I just knew, my heart said, no, Tamarah, go for it. So I'm here to talk about energy. Who wants more energy? Don't we all want more energy? Just like the pregnant mama. We all want more energy. And sometimes we don't think about it until when? We're down and out. We're sick. We've got a cold. We've got a flu. And then we're like, that's the only thing we can think about. Oh, I want more energy. Right? So I like to think of it as a metaphor. Energy to a human body is like gasoline for a vehicle. Can we grasp that? Yeah. Energy for us is what makes it possible for us to move these bodies, for us to speak, for us to think and carry out all of the stuff we want to do in life, for us to really be here and live our true purpose. We require energy, otherwise it's not going to happen. Well, the difference between, so we're going to use this analogy of a car, of a vehicle and our body. So you're driving on with your car, and you notice the gas is getting low. You have to go fill up gas. There's no two ways about it. You know it's not going to get you any further when you run out of gas, right? That's your energy, right? What about if the light goes off? Oh, it needs an oil change. And you're like, okay, got to get the oil change. We take care of our cars often more than we take care of our own bodies, our own vehicles for life. Why? How is it so? We're not taught. It's not our fault. We're not taught. This is why these wonderful places, such as Madison's gym, is giving you, a piece of the puzzle, right? And there's so many pieces of the puzzle of energy. We're going to talk about that a bit more today. So it's really easy for us as human beings and all the stresses of life to just ignore the messages that your body is giving you. Go rest. You're tired. You're going to burn out. Or drink some more water. Or take a deep breath, right? And it's so easy not to listen to it. And then we burn out. We get exhausted. Or we develop an illness. And then we say, man, I wish I took care of my body more. And that's where the whole idea of preventative medicine, preventative measures come in. So important. So, theoretically, if you could adapt practices that keep your energy good, high, and you have everything you need energetic-wise, theoretically, we should be able to live a long and healthy life, right? Right? So let's talk a little about that and the awareness of how we gain energy and how we use or lose energy. And there's no negative or positive to either. What we're going to see here is that a lot of things actually have both. Okay, let's just help me out here. We're going to brainstorm together. What are some ways that we increase energy in our body? We get more energy for life. Just food? High energy food. And I like how she said high energy food. Because what is low energy food is going to what? Junk food, your body is going to have to work really hard to get rid of that crap. Sorry for mom. So, right? So food. Yes, that's a great one. What else? What else increases energy? Sleep. That's like one of the biggest ones. Who said sleep? Thank you. How many of us get the sleep that we need? A few hands came up. That's great. We are meant to sleep a lot, actually. Most of us are sleep deprived. What else? How else can we increase our energy for life? So, and exercise is a really cool one because it's a dual. But here's the thing, because it's not negative to utilize energy, we actually are beings that are meant to circulate energy constantly. Constantly. Comes in, comes out. Comes in, comes out. So exercise does both increase our energy because we're breathing deeply, pumping our energy through our body, and is using our energy, which is also healthy, but because it's using it in a healthy way. You see that? Exercise uses energy in a healthy way. Junk food uses energy in an unhealthy way. Yeah? What else increases our energy?
Social connections.
Beautiful. And not just any.
Healthy.
Positive, uplifting people, smiles. Let's all smile, if you're not already. Right away, increase in energy with a smile. Whereas you get this person walk in the room, I've had a bad day today. Right? Right? Negative energy drains us. Negative emotion, sorry. Negative emotion drains us, whereas positive, uplifting, love. Love nurses us on all levels. What else?
Nature and spirituality.
Thank you. Nature. And I'm going to go a little deeper into nature. Because nature is what? Energy of the earth. Yeah. It sustains us, right? And especially if we're conscious and aware of it, right? Because we could walk through nature and we're just the whole time we're thinking in our heads, or we can walk through nature and breathe it in and let it actually nurture us, right? So thank you. And if the earth nurtures us, what else nurtures us? The sun. All of those ancient god civilizations, they were always worshiping the sun because sun gives us energy, right? What else? Water, of course. Water, of course. Yeah, food, water. Yes, definitely, especially good water. Intimacy. Oh, I like where she's going with this. She remembered what I do. I help women reclaim their radiance and sexuality. Okay, intimacy, yeah. And so there's a bunch more, but we don't have to name them all today. Let's talk a little bit more about intimacy. Sex is going to do also both. So for men and women, it's different how we lose energy through sexuality, through our sex, and how we gain energy, though, is very similar. So men lose energy when they ejaculate because it takes a lot of energy to create that fluid. Women lose their energy when they create their eggs, so in ovulation, and then in menstruation, we lose that out. And then we also lose our energy. And again, it's not a negative thing. It's just to be aware, right? I'm bringing awareness to this right now. So we also lose our energy or use our energy to build a human body, right? A little child. Yeah, I have a 3-year-old, so I know what that feels like. The kind of like, oh, okay, tired mama. Sorry. It's really awesome. It's so worth it. All this energy is going into building her little baby right now, right? So she's going to feel more tired. I'm way beyond that. So that's how we lose. And now how can we gain energy through sex? That's what I'm most interested in. Here's the thing. Our society as a whole, as a general kind of Western mainstream, kind of what we've been taught through kind of messed up ideas, teaches us to be a little bit cut off from our sexuality. A little bit like, it's not really okay, it's dirty, I don't really want to talk about it, it's shameful, maybe there's trauma, there's all this stuff. There's all this stuff around our sexuality, right? And if we are not allowing our sexual energy to flow through our bodies, we are cutting off from our very source of life. And now we've talked about all these different kinds of energies that are out there for us to increase our energy with. Now, they're all in different, would you say, frequencies of vibrations, like breathing, right? Really high vibration, whereas eating maybe piece of bread is going to be a little lower vibration. So they're all going to be different kind of refinements of the energy, if you might. So our sexual energy is the best one of the best, if not the best, I think is the best, that and sleep, the best energy for us. Why? Why? Because we're created from sexual energy. Sorry, pointing at you. It's like subliminally telling you to go see her too, right? She's a great massage therapist. I got a great session. So we are created from sexual energy. Sexual energy is life enhancing. It is healing energy. It is creative energy. It's that which any ideas you get and you create, and all this Madison's beautiful place. That's sexual energy is what is behind that. And she's got it because she moves her body, right? I mean, we all have it. Here's the really, really fun thing. It's free. It's free, right? No one can take it away from you. And if you have a body that has genitals, you have access to your sexual energy. Yay! That's awesome. Good news, right? That's really good news. The bad news is there can be lots of conditioning around your sexual energy that is stopping you on some subconscious level to really go there and to really access and tap into it. I have been the same. I had the same problem for many years until one day, series of events, it's a long story, it came to my awareness that I'm not as connected to my sexuality as I thought I was. And so I went on a mission, and I started learning about Tantra and about Taoism, all these systems that give us tools and simple ways to access our sexuality in a healthy way. And sexual energy, when we learn how to use it, I'm going to give another analogy. The cars. You have two cars of the same make, same year. Okay? And into one car, you're pouring really low-grade gasoline, and you're giving it the worst oil you can find. Actually, sometimes you run out of good oil, and you're like, I'm just going to put some vegetable oil in there, and I'm out, I'm going to put some soda pop, whatever, it's still going to run, and breaks down. You're like, oh, man. But then you kind of get used to it, and you get used to a car that's breaking down all the time, because that's all you know. And because you maybe weren't taught that that's not what you should be doing. And then we have the same car, and you're giving it high-octane fuel and the best oil out there, and you're treating it really nice. Which car is going to last longer? Obviously, the one that's having the better fuel for life, right? So this is what I want you to take into this idea that sexual energy is the high-octane fuel, is the best oil for your body that most of us are not tapping into. And that's pretty sad, because I think that if we all tapped into our sexual energy and will learn how to circulate it, which means when you circulate your sexual energy, you must bring it into your heart, which means you're going to feel more love, which means you're going to have more energy. And you're going to feel more loving and kind, and therefore you're going to get that back. I believe sexual energy, the fact that we do not tap into that energy as a whole, is what is creating so much violence on earth today. Because when it is not allowed to move and flow, it goes outwards, and it goes into violence, and it goes into aggression. So just a really quick last little example here. This is kind of the norm, I might say, of what we have picked up about how to deal with sexual energy, okay? So let's just say you're either together with a partner or you're alone, building up your sexual energy. stimulating yourself. You're building it up and you're feeling pleasure. You're feeling really good because it is pleasurable to feel sexual energy. But it's a good pleasure. It's like the joy of being alive pleasure, right? So you're building it up and you're starting to feel it. And then this might happen. Oh, I don't know what to do with it. Now, if you're a man and you ejaculated, you're going to feel like rolling over and going to sleep. Does that sound familiar? Come on, tell me the truth. Come on. Yeah, because he just lost about 3 days worth of work in that one moment. Yes, true. If you're a woman and you have that, I call this a tension release, a tension orgasm. It's a tension, it's a tensing up. If you're a woman and you might feel disconnected sort of a disconnect and kind of maybe irritated and sad even, kind of cranky, can happen. So what's the answer? Basically 2 things to just boil it down. Breath, breath, breath. Breathing circulates energy in our bodies, which is why, for example, physical exercise is so important, which is why massage is so important, the movement of energy through your body. Your body needs to flow because if there's not flow, there's what? Stagnation, stuckness, not good. Tension, pain, that's all not good. Same with sexual energy. If it's being stuck in your pelvis, not good, especially for your sexual health. And then stuff happens, cysts, fibroids, all kinds of things. Cancer happens from energy not flowing in a healthy way. So, to conclude, I encourage you to delve deeper into it. I really do believe that if we can tap into our sexual energy and bring it up into love and into even higher, into our vision, into the connection to oneness, to source energy. Anyone who's yoga, meditates, so they know what I'm talking about. You guys know what I'm talking about. Kundalini yoga works with the same energy. Tantra works with the same energy. You know, creative artists, they know this. So, you know, and I went from doing massage body work for years. Then I was dance, Nia instructor, yoga instructor, still do. And now I'm moving into this realm of sexuality because I see such a need for it. So please talk to me if you want to chat more. I'm super approachable. I don't bite. And if you want to stay in touch with me, I totally encourage you to leave your name and number, and I'll add you to my email list. Over on Madison's table, I'll lift a little sign-in sheet. And I work mostly with women. Sorry, guys. There's a few guys here. I work mostly with women, and I have a workshop coming up in Winnipeg on November 3rd. So if you want to hear anything more about it, stay in touch with me. Do enter your name and email. And thank you guys so much for your attention. Thank you, Madison.